How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse, and today we are going to be taking a first look at the new Skechers GOrun Razor 4. Now, if we take a step back a few years ago to the introduction of the Razor 3, it really was the first shoe to put Skechers on the radar of the serious runner. You could use the shoe for tempo runs, daily training. It really was a versatile option, and really the first shoe to feature that supercritical foam. Supercritical foams are the hot topic these days, but the Razor 3 is really what started it all. So taking a look at the Razor 4, the shoe has been completely updated from top to bottom. It's still going to retain a lot of those key philosophies you come to know and love with the Razor 3, but just elevated a little bit more for a better on-foot experience. So a lot to talk about with this shoe, and first on up, we're going to go into the midsole. Now, we've talked a lot about Hyperburst, really setting the groundwork in the supercritical foam space. Now we've got an all-new Hyperburst Pro compound. It's going to run from the forefoot to the heel, and this compound is all about being as light and responsive as possible. We see this same compound in the new Speed Beast, and it's going to be a really nice experience that is just built to go fast. The stack height of this shoe is raised up a little bit. When we compare this shoe to the Razor 3, it is going to be a few millimeters higher. I'd say it's a lot closer in stack height to what we saw in the Razor XS2 of the past. Now, that extra cushioning just creates a little bit more protective underfoot experience. It really helps with some of those longer runs, makes it a little bit better for daily training, but still creates a very fast and bouncy underfoot experience. We also have that carbon-infused plate right up there on the forefoot. It's going to work together with that lower durometer Hyperburst Pro to stabilize the foam and help create a springier on-foot experience. Now, moving on down to the outsole, we've got an all-new design with quite a bit more rubber. The Razor in the past has been a pretty minimal outsole design, really built to keep it as light as possible. And while the Razor 4 is still going to be very lightweight, that added rubber is just going to help create a little bit more durability and traction to help preserve the shoe for even more miles on end. So finishing this shoe off, we've got a lightweight and breathable mono mesh upper. The Razor series has been known for a very, very stripped down upper. I'd say this version, it's going to be a little bit more substantial, has a little bit more support, but it still is going to retain a very lightweight design, a nice performance fit that's going to keep your foot locked in and ready to go those faster paces. Overall, the Skechers GOrun Razor 4 is going to continue to evolve the Razor line. I've always used the Razor for a wide variety of training needs. I'd say mostly I use it for tempo days, fartleks, anytime where I'm picking up the pace a little bit, but maybe don't want a true racing shoe. I've also used it a good amount for daily training, and I think now with Razor 4, with that added stack, the new midsole compound, it's even more suited for some of those steady daily training efforts. I was lucky enough to test quite a few versions of this shoe in the early prototype phases, and I was immediately blown away by the new Hyperburst compound. It's much more responsive than what we've seen in the past, and now that I've got the final version in hand, have tried it on, I think Skechers has done a fantastic job delivering the final product here with the Razor 4. Looking forward to getting even more miles in this shoe. I think it's going to continue to be a great performance day option with fantastic value. If you're looking to get the Skechers GOrun Razor 4 on your feet, it's available now. You can find it here at Running Warehouse.